Welcome to Vision on TV. We're at the climate camp and you've just come back from the mass actions. The two of you have been on two different blocks as I understand it, so why don't we hear about where you've been? This morning about 9 o'clock, people were leaving the site. Is that what was happening with you?
I'd already left the site. I was part of the blue group, pirate. So we were told to leave the night before in case the camp was cordoned off or we couldn't get out, and we were told we'd be given our coordinates in the morning of where to get our raft.
It was all very hush-hush.
So it was all very hush-hush. So it was lovely and quiet.
So this blue block is the raft flotilla?
Yeah, so there was 4 of us in our affinity group.
And did you take a raft with you?
No, that was already provided for us. We were given a location at around about 8 o'clock this morning of where to go and to collect our raft. So we got the text and ran off to the location, and when we got there was actually a police van there.
Oh no.
But they were coming away from it, so we casually just walked innocently by, and then as soon as we got past it we ran for it.
So where was your raft?
And ran down to the jetty. This was in Gillingham.
Right.
So we quickly got on our life jackets and started pushing our raft into the water.
And was yours the only affinity group at this point? Or
there were a few others already in the water at that point, and just as we were getting down the slipway, the police came rushing along, so it was a race against the police. So we were getting our raft in, and we got into the water just as the police were coming, so we were waving them bye-bye from the water, and we managed to get out there.
And how far did you have to go, or how far did you get?
We probably spent about maybe 50 minutes on the water. They came, the big fast police boat came eventually, and we managed to push them away, and they went on to another boat, and then we got a tarpaulin out and made a big sail with it, which carried us into the stream. So that carried us down towards the jetty, nearer towards the jetty.
That's the jetty that comes out.
That's right. That was our mission, was to get to the jetty and to find the big red button and to push it and to shut down the whole power station. We didn't quite manage that, but
how close? Or did any of the rafts get close?
I heard some of the kayaks got to the jetty. We didn't.
Did they leave with the same point as the raft?
They left from different locations.
So you were
from all different locations.
You were basically
we were in the IKEA team, which meant it was the basic one. We were just the pallets and the barrels strung together with a bit of string.
Flat pack raft.
That's right, flat pack. Yeah.
Okay.
But the police caught us eventually and took us back upstream.
How did they treat you?
They weren't too bad actually. The water police, I think, are a bit not as heavy-handed as
so they towed
the other police.
Whole flotilla of rafts back.
They flowed us, and then they caught another boat. So there were 2 coming along and being towed by the boat, but the other boat managed to slip the knot somehow, and they just sort of drifted away, and we were waving goodbye. And they
talking about diversity, you were on a different block.
Yes, the orange team.
So what was going on there? That was the really large block that left in the morning with about 1,000 people?
Yes. I reckon there probably was a bit more than 1,000, but we left. We had to assemble at the roundabout for 10, so we left here before 9, I think, but ended up sitting in the road for quite some time while we waited. But there was an amazing sense of happiness and goodness about it all. It was very colourful. Big dragon and...
This was the block that picked up lots of locals at different points on the route, is that right?
Some, not huge numbers, but some locals, yes.
Okay. And you ended up at the main gates to the power station?
Yes.
And so what was taking place up there?
There were police the other side, but not riot police. People put banners up on the top of the actual gates themselves and on the gates. And then there were speeches, which everybody sat down and had food while they listened to.
And how did it end? What made people finally leave?
There was a police helicopter came overhead, and with a loud hailer they said, unless you disperse, we'll bat on you, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous.
So this is the march that had the kids block in it?
Yes, all the children in pushchairs and walking along beside their parents.
Okay. So, how did everyone respond to this threat of violence?
Well, I'd already left a little bit earlier because I was really, really tired. I think we were underneath the pylons and I think it had drained my energy. But most people did leave, slowly but surely after that.
Okay. I mean, the last we heard was there was still a small number of people at the main gate who refused to give in to that intimidation. It's about 20 or 30 people, and they were, as I left from the media tent, they were just starting to make arrests there. So you two went on different blocks, but you're actually here at the camp together.
We are. We actually got married on the 5th of July, and we decided to do something different for our honeymoon. What could be different than come to climate camp and do something really positive.
Cool. So you've been here for a little while.
We arrived on Wednesday, and I've been just so impressed with the whole setup. I mean, everything has been so well organised. It's our first camp.
Yes, I've never done any activist stuff before at all.
I'm very impressed with how well organised. I mean, and going back to the boats, everything was so well organised and coordinated, and the camaraderie with everyone.
It's very obvious. I thought that the very intention of the police was to do that, to scare people off.
Oh, I think so, definitely. So I sort of vacillated through the week. I'm coming, I'm not coming, and then suddenly decided on the morning I'd put all my clothes away.
So I was very
packed
pleased.
In a very short space of time.
It's that fear thing that they want to put over for people, to keep people away.
Well, it doesn't seem to have worked. I mean, this is the biggest camp so far, and that march today was very impressive. I think really a large number of people, very committed to getting there, and a lot of people did get there. Did you hear that there was 4 arrests within the confines of the power station? That's a good sign.
Yeah.
And the local police stations are now full.
It's also what I've felt is the support of the local people as well. I met a lady at the gate on Thursday at 5 o'clock in the morning when the police were, up to their tricks, and she was saying how she was pepper sprayed, and she was really more convinced of the how worthwhile the cause is and what we're doing. And her husband is considering now giving up his job and becoming a full-time campaigner. So, this is just one of the different effects
said
that's
I think
happening.
on Intermedia,
they see what's going on.
Thank the police for radicalising an entire new generation of protesters.